Hello students, hope you all are doing well, right? Your preparation is going fine? Good. Welcome to Evershine Coaching Center. Myself Shah Faisal sir here. Dear students, I hope you all have done the chapter wise revision in our previous videos what we have given to you all. Okay. Now we will be taking some selected questions and very important questions throughout the textbook and we are going to solve here. Is this clear? Now I want you all need to solve these questions and some extra questions also I'll be trying to give you. So please you can start practicing from those questions. Is this clear? Good. Let's begin. Yes children, so you can see here question number 1. Calculate the mean for the following data 5, 50. Yes children, observe here. Before I solve that problem, I just like to give you some brief information. Suppose we are solving the problem by using direct method. Which method? Direct method. Children, first what you should do is write the formula. Remember this step, write the formula. Don't do anything. So what is the formula to find mean? To find mean, okay, it is denoted by the symbol x bar. X bar means mean, okay. We have the formula to find mean in direct method, that is sigma fx by n. So this is the formula what we have to find mean. So but in our textbook something other thing they have given. Yes, it's not other thing, it is same thing. Now what they do here, sigma means addition. Remember this symbol shows add, addition. We should add. In front of the sigma what all it comes, these all values we have to add. That is the meaning of that sigma. Okay. Now after that, in your book they have given as fi and here x they have given as xi. Similarly, for this n they have given as sigma fi, means sum of all integers, sum of all frequencies. That is the meaning of sigma fi, means sum of all frequencies. Here sum of product of fx. Sum of product of fx. So this sigma f is nothing but n. Here I am writing in shortcut. If you write like this or if you write like this, both are one and the same. Don't get confused. It is one and the same. First you have written the formula. See, I am showing you the procedure first. After that, in your textbook or else in your exam, they will give two values. One is class interval values they will give and one more is frequencies they will give. Either class interval values देंगे or either frequency के values देंगे. ये class interval की जगह sometimes they will mention as marks. Okay, here f they will give as number of students or something, so and so. Whatever they have given range, that is class interval. Whatever they have given below numbers, that is frequency. Remember, that is constant. You don't get confused what is this, what is that. Okay. Now after that, whenever they have given the range, like example, let me say 0 to 5. Example, the range is 0 to 5. So what you should do is, you have to find the midpoint. While I am solving the problem, I will tell you how to find the midpoint. But here, you have to draw the table, not entire table. I'll tell you how it is. First you write x. X is nothing but all midpoint values. We have to write all midpoint values first. Then from this we got x. Next what is left out? Frequency, that is f. Write this column here. Write this f. Okay. Okay. X and f. Now see what we have to find in numerator. Sigma fx. What we have to find? Sigma fx. Okay. Forget about sigma. Forget about sigma. So what is left out here? Fx. That fx you write first. It means what? This f and x, these both values you multiply. These both values you multiply and start writing all the values. That is called as fx. X into f or f into x, that is fx. Example, here is 5 and here was 2. 5 2 is a 10. Here was 10, here was 3. 10 3 is a 30. Like this, you have to multiply. This 5 and 2 are 2 and 5. You have to multiply, write these values. Okay. So this is what fx. Now after that, what we should do is, see this is the structure of the table. First of all, you should not draw. Here fx we want, so we have written fx. Some other value if we want, then we write that value and we find it separately. Okay. Now it is sigma fx, means we should add all these fx values, that is called as sigma fx. So here we get the answer. That answer is sigma fx. Okay. Next, what you should do? X bar is equals to x bar is equals to, write sigma fx answer here. Okay. Next, what we have to find? N. N means this all f values we should add. That is known as n. That is sigma fi. Okay. We have to add all these f values. Then substitute n here. Then substitute the value of n here. Then what you should do is cancel these both the terms. Okay. So whatever the answer you get, that is your x bar. That is your x bar. So this is a procedure from which we solve direct method. Any doubts? Did you understood this? How to solve direct method? Very good. So first write the formula sigma fx. First you write x, then you write f. After that, what we should do? Multiply fx, add all fx, substitute sigma fx, add all f, that is n, cancel, you will get x bar. You will get x bar. So this is known as direct method. Okay. Next we solve one more method, that is assumed mean method. Which is the next method? Assumed mean method. If you want to solve the problem by using assumed mean method, what you should do? See, first write the formula beginning, that is x bar is equals to a plus sigma fd by n. Okay, where a is known as assumed mean and sigma fd, d is known as deviation. D is nothing but deviation and n is summation of f, sum of frequencies. Now see here children, what we should do? Very simple. I'll show you. First we have to draw the table. As I said you, they will give you class interval values and they will give you frequency values. These are the values they will give in the question paper, correct? This will be the question for us. First write the formula. After writing the formula, first you write midpoint x. Write all the values of x. First write all the values of x. Then you write all the values of f. Then you write all the values of f. After writing all the values of x and f, what you should do is, what we want, check it. We want fd, correct? First what we want? fd. f we have but d we don't have. हमारे पास f है लेकिन d नहीं है. We don't have d. First we have to find d. To find d, we have the formula, that is x minus a. What is d? Formula is x minus a. Assume a value is 10. Assume the value of a is 10. Let me say here we have 5, here we have 2. Assume the value of x is 5 and the value of f is 2 and assumed mean is 10. And assumed mean is 10. First what you should do, don't draw this line. First write this d equals x minus a. What is the value of x here? 5. Minus what is a? 10. Substitute. Place of a write 5, place of a write 10. 10 minus 5, 5 minus 10. In 5 can you subtract 10? No. No means minus 10 minus 5 is 5. That is minus 5. Suppose here was 2 and here was 3, as I said. Okay. So what you should do? X. What is the value of x? 10. Minus what is a value? 10. 10 minus 10, 0. Like that you find all the values. So you will get all values of d. You will be getting all the values of d. So these are the values of d. Can you see these answers? Yeah, minus 5, 0. These are the values of d. Now what we want? We want fd, f into d. This answer and this answer you multiply, f into d. That is fd. Example, plus into minus, minus, 2 5s are 10. 3 zeros are 0. Can you see this? These are all the values of fd. After I multiply f and d values, we get fd. We get what we get? Fd values we get. Are you getting, children? See, I am showing you the structure, how exactly you have to solve the problem. We got fd. That's all we need, right? Yeah. Now what is required? A already we have. F into d. You add all these answers, that is fd. After adding all these answers, we get the product is sigma fd. We get sigma fd. Add all f, we get n. Next come here. X bar equals a. A value you substitute here plus sigma fd. Can you see this? This is sigma FD. Substitute this answer here, divided by n. Already we have n here. Substitute this answer. After this, what you should do? Cancel these two terms first. After cancelling these two terms, this answer remains same. Plus, after cancelling, you get one number. This both the numbers we need to add. That is your x bar. This is your final answer. This is your final answer. You understood the structure, how to solve this problem? Very good. Next method is next method is step deviation method. Next method is which method? Step deviation method. Step deviation method. Okay. To solve by using step deviation method, same procedure. First write formula, that is x bar is equals to a plus sigma fd by n into h. Sometimes we write I, sometimes we write C. Okay, but as per your textbook it has given h, so let me continue h itself. In question they will give class interval, correct, and they will give frequency values. This is what your question. Now first, as I said you, first you write x, that is midpoint, and then you write f, all frequency values. After writing this, come back to the problem. What we want first? We want a. Separately you find a, assumed me. Separately you find the value of a. Next, what we want? Sigma fd. What we want? Sigma fd. Forget about sigma fd. F we have, but d we don't have. Correct? Next we want this, right? In that fd is there, f we have, but d we don't have. So d is equals to, that is deviation equals x minus a divided by h. In your book they have given as u. No need to worry, you can use this directly. So d is equals to, what is the formula? X minus a by h. For that, what you should do? Put one separate working column. Put one separate working column. H means size of the class interval. H is nothing but size of the class interval. Later I will tell you what is, how to find h also. Okay. Now example, let me say this is 5 and this is 2. Okay, and the value of a, let me take it as 10, and the value of h, let me take it as 5. Let me take it as 5. Just a minute. Let me take assumed mean as, okay, as 5. And let me take some numbers as 10 and here as 2, and h value is something 5. Let me take a also 5, h also 5. Assume. How to do it? So what is the first value of d? That is x minus a by h. Right here, d is equals to x minus a by h. What is x value? First value 10 minus a value 5 divided by h value 5. Substitute. 10 minus 5, 5. 5 by 5. 5 get cancelled, answer is 1. So the value of d is 1. Same way, just change the values of x. A and h is constant, it doesn't change. Again take one more x. Example, it was 20. Let me take here was 3. Okay. Again x is how much? 20. Minus a 5. H 5. 20 minus 5, 15. 15 by 5. That is 3. Right here 3. So like this you need to find the values of d. Understood? So d equals x minus a by h. Separately you do it. That final answer you put here. If you solve this calculation here itself, what happens? The problem structure or the problem size will become bigger, so that you may get confused. That is the reason I am saying solve separately the value of d. Understood? I will just erase this part. We get d here, correct? We got the values of d. After you find d, what we want? Fd. That is f into d. As I said you, this f values and d values you multiply. So we get fd. We get fd. Any doubts? Is this clear? Good. Now what you are supposed to do is, so this is our final answer, right? Yeah. Add all fd, we get sigma fd. Add all f, we get n. Next come here, x bar equals a value, substitute, plus sigma fd value, substitute, divided by n value into h value. Okay, then can you see this number? You write this as it is, plus sometimes this both numbers will get cancelled, then cancel it. If it is not getting cancelled, so what you can do is, okay, multiply this number and this number, multiply these two numbers, we get one number, divided by this number, denominator. Okay, sometimes if we cancel these two terms, cancel it. If these two terms are getting, cancel it. If it is not getting cancelled any of the terms, what we should do, multiply this and this number, we get this number, and this is our denominator. Write denominator here. Next, cancel these two terms, then what happens, we get one new term, Are you getting, children? Then add both the numbers. Now this is the final answer. So make sure that this entire part is one part. Again, this entire part is one part. Next, can add both the numbers, then you will get x bar. I hope you all have understood this, the basic structure, how to find mean by any of these methods. You can choose any of the method, but I prefer try to follow step deviation method. Maybe it looks bigger, but remember, by using step deviation method, sometimes if they give you bigger values, it makes you very smaller value. Understood? It makes you very smaller value, so that your calculation will become very easy and very simple. Is this clear? Now let me solve the problem what we have right now here. See children, first we solve this problem by using direct method. Okay, we solve this problem by using direct method. So what is the formula? As I said you, x bar is equals to sigma fx by n. Correct? X bar equals sigma fx by n. Now what we should do? Observe here. Excuse me. First what we have to do here is, we have to write the values of midpoint x. 5 to 15. What is the midpoint? I don't know. We don't know what is the midpoint of between 5 to 15. So what you can do is add both the numbers, 5 and 15. 5 plus 15, 20. Divide by 2. Add both the numbers, divide by 2. 2 ones are, 2 tens are. So this is 10 is the midpoint. Again 15 plus 25. How much? 15 plus 25, 40. Correct? By 2. How much? 20. Okay. Next, after this, what you can do, one more number also you can find if you want. 25 plus 35, how much? 25 plus 35, 60. Correct? 60 by 2, how much? 30. Right? 30. 1, 2 or 3 values you find, enough. After this, after these 3 values, how many numbers are left out? Another 3 numbers are left out. Now what you can do is, see, after 10 we got 20, after 20 we got 30. Totally how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 30. After 10 what we got? 20. After 20, 30. After 30, 40. After that 50. After that 60. Stop. Just 3 values you find. Next 3 values you can continue. How? Just check how we got next number. How we got next number. Always this will be constant. Remember. Understood? Next F. What is the values of F? 8. Now be careful while you are writing the numbers. One number 8, 10, 12, like this you write in improper order. So please don't do that mistake. You have to write in an order. You have to write the numbers in order. So always try to give some gap and write the numbers. Because if any second digit comes, it should not get disturbed to the previous number. After that 12, see, you have to write in order. Below 8, 2 should come. So that during addition, you will not do any mistake. Next is 20, and next is 10, and next 7, and next 3. Did you got it? Where all you find single numbers, single digits, what you can do is, you can put 0 in the beginning, not after, beginning. 0, 8 means 8 only, so that you got all the digits in constant way. We got x and we got f, correct? Now what we want? Sigma fx. We want sigma fx. So f into x. Just multiply. 10 8s are 80. Next 20 into 12. 20 into 12 is 240. 30 to 20s are 3 2s are 6, 00, 600. 40 10s are how much? Not 40 1s are, that is 40 10s are. 40 10s are is 400. Next 50 into 7s are 57 it is 350. Next 60 into 3 is 6 3 is 18, that's nothing but 180. 60 into 3 is 180. So we got all the values of fx. We got all the values of fx. Did you understood? Now what we should do is just create the table. After creating the table, just draw a line, okay, leave some gap and put one line here. Okay, now come back to the main. If you want, you can do next to this or below to this table also you can do, but here I will do next to this only. Okay, x bar equals, what is sigma fx? We have to add all the numbers, right? 0 0 0 0, 8 plus 4 12, 12 12 plus 5, that is 17. Next 17 plus 8, that's nothing but just a minute, yeah, 17 plus 5, 17 plus 8 is 25. 5 to carry, 2 plus 2 4, okay, 4 plus 6 10, 14, 17, 18, that's nothing but 1850. Understood the answer? Can you please cross check once again, because one value also if it goes wrong, your entire answer will be wrong. Let me check once again. 50 plus 180, right? Yeah, it is 1850. Yeah, it's correct. Now x bar equals sigma fx. Sigma fx is how much? 1850 divided by n. N means we have to add all frequencies, right? 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 7 17, 17 plus 3 20, 2 carry, 3 4 5 6, that's nothing but 60. Again, can you check? 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 7 17, plus 3 20, 0 to carry, 2 plus 1 3, 4 5 6. Yes, it is 60. The value of n is 60. If you want, you can write the data. So what is the data, children? That is sigma fx. What is sigma fx? Final answer 1850. The value of n is nothing but sigma f, that is nothing but 60. N is nothing but sigma f, the value is 60. Now just cancel 1850 divided by 60. Okay, so what is the final answer? See, 0 0 get cancelled, right? 6 ones are 6. Understood? Okay, so here we can see 6 3s are 18. In 6 tables 5 goes? No. So what you can do, you can put 0 and you can take one point, so it becomes 50. Okay, 6 multiplied by 6, say 6 into what is nearest to 50? 6 8s are 48. 6 8s are 48. Got it? So you can stop after one decimal. If you get one digit or maximum 2 digits, you can stop, no issue. So we can write the final answer, x bar is equals to 30.8. This is our final answer. The mean of this problem is 30.8. Any doubts? Good. Now we solve the same problem by using assumed mean method. I will show you how to solve by using assumed mean method. So remember these x values, no? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Yeah. And f values are 8, 12, 20, 10, 7, 3. Yeah, let's see by using next method. Now we are solving the same problem by using assumed mean method. Assumed mean method. In assumed mean method also same thing we should do. First what we have to do, we have to write the formula. What is the formula? X bar is equals to a plus sigma fd by n. So this is our formula. Now make the table. X, the values of x are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and then 60, right? And then the values of f are, that is frequencies are 8, 12, then 20, after that it was 10 and next 7 and then 3. So these are the values of f. that is frequency. Correct? So these are the values of frequencies. Now after this, what we have to do? Come and let's see. First we have to find A. To find A, I'll just tell you one thing, how to find assumed mean. Excuse me, yeah, observe here, how to find assumed mean. See children, example, the values of x was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First number and last number you cancel. Don't cancel, just I'm telling, just omit that values. Next second number and next last number you cancel. What is the middle term is left out? 3. So this 3 is known as assumed mean. This 3 is assumed mean. You didn't understood? Then you can see once again 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now what we should do? First and last you cancel, second and second you cancel. What is the middle term? 6. So 6 is assumed mean. Sir, if the numbers are like this 1, 2, 3, 4, then what is assumed mean? Simple. 1 and 4 you cancel. 2 and 3 if you cancel, nothing is left out in center, right? At that time there is a tie, right? Because no middle term. So you have to find the bigger number is assumed mean. In this, out of these two, the biggest number, which is the one who we have, that is assumed mean. You understood now how to find assumed mean? Yes. Now let me solve here. Okay. We got A value. What is the value of A in this? 10, 60 cancel, 20, 50 cancel, 30, 40. In 30 and 40, which is the mean? Which is the middle term? I mean, which is the, because 30 and 40 is tie. In this both numbers, bigger number is assumed mean, because both will get cancelled, no middle term. So that's the reason we take biggest number as 40 as assumed mean. We got first number. Next what we want? Sigma FD. Let me find. To find sigma FD, first we should know D value. So D is equals to x minus A. X minus A. What is x? Just I will put line here so that you should not get confused. Okay. What is x? The value of x is 10 minus, what is A? 40 is equals to, next 20 minus 40, 30 minus 40, and next 40 minus 40, the value of x is 40, the value of x is 50, minus 40, 60 minus 40. In 10 can we subtract 40? No. No means minus 40 minus 10, 30. 20 minus 40, excuse me, yeah, minus 20. 30 minus 40 is minus 10. 40 minus 40, 0. 50 minus 40, 10. 60 minus 40, 20. Excuse me, yeah. So these all are the values of D, right? After finding D, what we need actually? Let me see the formula. What we want children in this? Sigma FD means F into D. It is F into D. To find FD, what we should do? F and D values we have to multiply. Plus into minus, minus 30 into 8. It is 240. Again plus into minus, minus, then 12 into 20. 12 into 20 is again 240. Got it? Plus into minus, minus 20 into 10 is 200, 10 zeros are 0, 7 tens are 70, next 3 20s are 60. So these all are the values of FD. Again can we check? Plus into minus, minus 8 3s are 24, yeah, 12 2s are 24, okay. Next 30 minus 40 is minus 10. Yes, these all are the values of FD. Now all minus values you calculate separate and all plus values you calculate separate. So that is minus 240, that is minus 240, minus 240, minus 200. That's nothing but 0 0 0, that is 0. 4 plus 4, 8. 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is 6, that is minus 680. If all are minus, we should add. Minus remains same. Next 60 plus 70, it is plus 130. It is nothing but plus 130. Are you getting children? Did you understood? We got FD. What do we got? FD. Now add both the numbers. In 680, in 130, can we subtract 680? No. So we have to put minus. Okay, 0 minus 0 0, 8 minus 3 5, 6 minus 1 5. So what is the answer? Sigma FD is equals to minus 550. What is sigma FD? The final answer of sigma FD is minus 550. Students, we got the value of A as 40. What is sigma FD? Sigma FD is how much? That is minus 550. And then what is n? Already we have done. The value of n is 60. We have added, right? So that is nothing but 60. Now just substitute in the formula. Now let me substitute in the formula. That is x bar is equals to A. What is A? 40 plus sigma FD minus 550 divided by n, that is 60. That's nothing but 40 plus 0 0 get cancelled. 6 ones are 6. 6 into what is nearest to 55? 6 nines are 54. Then remainder is 1. So 0.010. 9 ones, 6 ones are 6, nearest to that. So that's nothing but 40 plus of minus 9.1. So this is minus 9.1. So 40 plus into minus 9.1. 40 minus 9.1. That's nothing but 30.9. This is x bar. There we got 30.8. No problem. After decimal, one or plus or minus 0.1 or 0.2 digits, it can be varied. No issue. So the final answer of mean is 30.9 by using assumed mean method. Got it? Now let me solve step deviation method. How to solve by using step deviation method? Out of these three methods, whichever is easy for you, you can go ahead with that method, children. Done? So the next method is step deviation method. See, children, step deviation method. I am giving preference for this method, children. Step deviation method. Let it be small values or let it be bigger values or bigger numbers. For every method, this method will be very much helpful. So what is the formula? So x bar is equals to A plus sigma FD by n into h. So this is what the formula, correct? So let me write the values of x. What are the values of x? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and then 60, correct? So these all are the values of x. Next, frequency. What was the frequency, children? I remember, that is 8. Next is 12 and then 20, 10, 7, 3, right? These all are frequencies. These all are midpoints. Good? Understood? Okay. Now what we want? Step by step. We want A, assumed mean. So we know where 10, 60 cancel, 20, 50 cancel, 30, 40 get cancel, no midpoint. So 30 and 40, what is the middle number? That is A. That is assumed mean is 40. We got A value. Next, what we want? Next step, sigma FD. If you want sigma FD, first we should have D. So D is equals to x minus A divided by h. X minus A divided by h. For this, I said you one thing. Do you remember? Just put one working column. Right here, D is equals to x minus A divided by h. What is the value of x? 10 minus assumed mean 40 by h. H is nothing but size of class interval. Size of class interval. That means it means that we have 5 to 15. No, 5 to 15 is just subtract 15 minus 5, highest minus lowest. 15 minus 5, that is 10. Again you can see one more number, 15 minus 25 is just subtract highest number minus lowest number. You can easily find how many digits are lying between 5 to 15. कितने numbers और 5 और 15 के बीच में है, that is called as h. If not, you subtract bigger, excuse me, are you understanding, children? Yeah, highest number minus lowest number, that is 15 minus 5, that is 10. Understood? So like this, you can just highest minus lowest, you can subtract, you can easily find the value of h. So from this we got to know that the value of h is 10. Just write here 10. Okay. I'll solve here once again from this corner. 10 minus 40 by the value of h is 10. 10 minus 40 is minus 30 by 10. That's nothing but minus 3. So this answer is minus 3. Okay. Next step. What is the value of x? Next number 20 minus 40 by 10. 20 minus 40 minus 20 by 10. That's nothing but minus 2. Again 30 minus 40 by 10. 30 minus 40 minus 10 by 10. That's nothing but minus 1. Next 40 minus 40 by 10. 40 minus 40 0. 0 by anything is 0. Then again 50 minus 40 by 10. 50 minus 40 10. 10 by 10 is 1. Okay. And after that 60 minus 40 by 10. 60 minus 40 is 20 by 10. That's nothing but 2. So these all are the values of, only this step is actually looks bigger, but see the concept, it's so small, right? Now what we want FD, F into D, plus into minus, minus 8 3 is a 24, plus into minus, minus 12 2 is a 24, plus into minus, minus 21 is a 20, 10 1 is a 10, 10 into 0 is 0, 7 1 is a 7, 3 2 is a 6. Here we can see we have negative numbers, here positive numbers, right? All negative numbers we add separate, that is minus 8 6, that's nothing but minus 68. 6 plus 7, that's nothing but 30. So what we should do? We should add. What we should do, children? We should add all FD values to get sigma FD. Done? That's nothing but 13 minus 68 we can't do, so minus 8 minus 3 is 5, 6 minus 1 is 5, that's nothing but minus 55, that is sigma FD. That's nothing but sigma FD. Now we got right, and what is the value of F? That is 60. Now shall we substitute in the formula? Yes. So what is the formula? X bar equals A. What is A? 40 plus sigma FD minus 55 by N 60 into H. H is 10. Done? That's nothing but 40. 0 0 get cancelled. 6 ones are 6. 6 nines are 54. Remainder 1. 0.10. 6 ones are 6. 6 ones are 6. 40 plus into minus minus 9.1. That's nothing but again 39. 30.9. So this is your X bar. This is your X bar. Understood the procedure? Very good. I hope you have understood how to find the values of mean by using all the 3 methods. Out of these 3 methods, whichever the method is easy for you, you can follow that method. Okay. So this completes the mean topic. Any doubts? Okay. Now apart from this, I just like to tell you one more thing. Suppose if the question comes like this, how will we solve? Just a minute, I'll let you know the question, how it will be. Yeah, question number 2. See children, if the question comes like this, if the mean of 2, 3, 4, 5, x, 7, 8 is 8, then the value of x is, he's asking us here, he's asking us the value of x. So he has given the mean. So what is the mean he has given of these all numbers? The mean of these all numbers is 8. That is x bar is equals to 8. Okay. Now he is asking us to find the value of x. See children, he has not given class interval frequency. It means it is ungrouped data. If class interval frequency if he gives, that is called as group data. But here same thing we have to write, x bar equals sigma x by n. Their frequency was there, so fx. But here no fx. There n means we should add all f. But here n means we have to count all the numbers. See how I will let you know. What is x bar value? 8. Sigma x, add all numbers. 2, 3, 4, 5, x, 7, 8. Can we add all these? Can we add all these numbers? 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 4, 9. 9 plus 5, 14. 14 plus 7. That's nothing but 7 plus 4 11, that is 21. 21 plus 8 29. That's nothing but we can say is 29 plus x. What it is? 29 plus x. Okay, shall we write here sigma x as 29 plus x divided by n. How many numbers are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. We have totally 7 digits, so 7. The value of n is 7. Value of n is 7. Now we want x, so cross multiply 56. 8 into 7 shall we cross multiply? 56 equals 29 plus x. So the value of x is 56 minus 29. That's nothing but it is 27. 56 minus 29 nothing but 27. Is this clear? So this is the way you can expect the questions also. Is this clear? Any doubts? Good. See children, if the question comes like this, find the class mark of classes 10 to 25 and 35 to 55. He is asking us to find the class mark. He is asking us to find the class mark. See here, 10 to 25, if you want to find the class mark, simple, 10 and 25 you add, divide by 2. 10 plus 25, 35 by 2. What is 35 by 2? It is 17.5. So 17.5 is the class mark. Understood? Same way 35 to 55, that is not minus, that is 35 to 55. So add both the numbers, 35 plus 55 by 2. 35 plus 55, how much it is? 90 by 2. 90 by 2 is 45. Understood how to find the class mark? Yes. Next question. If the mean of the following frequency distribution is 54, find the value of P. Class interval 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80 and 80 to 100. Done. And the frequencies are 7, P, 10, 9 and 13. From this we have to find the value of P. Children, this type of problems are not there in your textbook, but still chances are there the questions can be asked. So you should be careful. Now just I will take same way how we have done the mean, we do the same method. Okay, x, that is midpoint, 0 to 10. What is the midpoint? 10. 10 to 40 midpoint. If you are not understanding, 20 minus 0, 20. 20 by 10, sorry 20 by 2, divide by 2, that is 10. Again 20 to 40, 20 plus 40, 60 by 2, class mark. So that's nothing but 30. So the next value is 30. After 10 we got 30, means 20 no, 30, 40 no, 50, 60 no, 70. Are you getting this? And next 90. 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, we have got 5 digits. Next, after finding the values of midpoint, then frequencies 7 P, next is 10, 9 and then 13. So we got x and f. So what exactly we need to find, children? Mean. To find mean, what is the formula? If you want, you can use your direct method. Like this type of problems, if it comes, you can use direct method. X bar equals sigma fx by n. Okay, fx, shall we multiply? 10 sevens are 70, 30 into p, that's nothing but 30p, 50 tens are 500, 9 sevens are 70 into 9s are 63, that's nothing but 630, and next 90 into 13s are 1170. 1170. But you should write in order all these numbers, be careful. Okay, we have done till here, right? Good. Now what we should do? We have to add all fx, right? Shall we add all fx? How to add all fx? This 30p, keep this as it is. Don't consider. Rest of the numbers you add. 0 0 0 0, that is 0. Got it? It is nothing but 0. I'll just do here 0. 7 plus 3, 10. 10 plus 7, that is 17. That is 5 plus 1, 6. 6 plus 6, 12. 12 plus 1, 13. next 2, that's nothing but 2370 plus 30p. You should write like this. You should write like this, plus 30p. Got it? Plus 30p. So this is what? Sigma fx. This is sigma fx. So shall we write here? X bar equals, what is sigma fx? 2370 plus 30p divided by n. N means we should add all f. Same way, here leave p and add all the numbers. 7 plus 9, that is 16. 16 plus 3, that is 19. 9, 39 plus p. 39 plus p. Shall we write here 39 plus p? Yes, this is n. That is sigma f. Now, in this problem, he has given x bar. What is the value of x bar? He has given the mean. The mean he has given as 54, right? Yes, substitute here. Shall we cross multiply? Yes, that's nothing but 54 into 39 plus p is equals to 2370 plus 30p. Now then multiply. 54 into 39. 54 into 39, it comes how much, children? That is 2106. 54 into 39, if you multiply, we get 2106 plus 54p is equals to 2370 plus 30p. Now what we do here, we take p values separate. We take p values separate, constant numbers separate. So plus 30p come this side. So what happens? 54p minus 30p is equals to 2370 minus 2106. 54 minus 30p is 24p. 2370 minus 2106 is 264. Now we want p value. P is equals to 264 by 24. So the value of p is nothing but 11. So this is the way we need to solve this type of problem. I hope you have understood the different methods or different ways the problems can be asked based on the topic mean. Children, you can try this. That is class interval 0 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 14. And frequencies are 1, 2, 1, 5, 6, 2, 3. Again you can see same way class interval frequency, class interval frequency. This question number 1, 2, 3 you can try by your own. Okay, how to find mean. Is this clear? So this is the end of the topic mean. Now let me start the next topic. See children, the next topic is mode. To find mode, we have the formula L plus F1 minus F0 by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Okay, this is the formula which we are going to use to find mode. Got it? Now let me solve the problem based on the topic mode. Observe your children. So this is the problem, family size and number of families. That's nothing but class interval and frequency. Okay. Now first what we should do is, again here also first we have to write the formula. What is the formula to find mode? Mode is equals to L is lower limit. I'll tell you how to find. L plus F1 minus F0 by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. This is what the formula we have to find mode. Correct? No? L plus F1 minus F0 by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Okay. Now how to find these all values? Very simple. In these frequencies, can you see here? This frequency is 78221. 78221. In this, who is highest? देखो बेटा, ये 78221 जो है, इसमें सबसे बड़ा नंबर कौन सा है? इधर याव नंबर जोड़ दो. Okay, 8 is bigger, no? So this is our first number, that is F1. What it is? F1. The biggest number, the biggest digit, that is nothing but F1. Left hand to that, which is the number is there? 7. That is F0. F1 opposite next to that, what is the number is there? That is F2. It's something like your scale. See, this is 1. Before 1, 0 will be there. After 1, 2 will be there. Like that. 0, 1, 2. Understood? So from this, we conclude that what are the values we need? Let me check first. L. L is nothing but lower limit. In F1, opposite to F1, what is the class mark? What is the size of the class? What is the family size? Or what is the class interval? F1, that is 3 to 5, correct? No, so that is nothing but we call it as modal class. Remember, for one more question they can ask you, write the modal class. So modal class is 3 to 5. This is modal class. This is known as modal class. You should not forget it. Understood? Now from this modal class 3 to 5, which is the lowest number, that is called as lowest limit or lower limit. 5 is known as higher limit. So that is nothing but L. From this we got to know the value of L. So the value of L is 3. Any doubts? The value of L is lowest limit is 3. And next, what is F1? The value of F1 is 8. F0 is, okay, what is the value of F0? That is 7. And then F2 is nothing but 2. F2 is nothing but 2. Any doubts? Understood? Now what are the values we read? We want L. We have got F1, F0, F2 we got, and H. H is nothing but size of the class interval. Any number you subtract. 1, 2, 3 is there, no? 1, 2, 3. Subtract 3 minus 1, 2. 3 minus 1, 2. Or 5 minus 3, 2. 7 minus 5, 2. 9 minus 7, 2. 11 minus 9, 2. That is nothing but H. Or 1, 2, 3. How many numbers are lying? Between 3 to 5, how many number digits are lying? That is called as H. So that the value of H is 2. You understood now? देखो बेटा, सबसे बड़ा नंबर F1, उसके बाजू जो है F0, उसके बाजू जो है F2. F1 के ऊपर जो नंबर्स दिख रहा, इंटरवल जो दिख रहा है बेटा, उसको हम बोलते हैं क्लास इंटरवल. Okay, 3 to 5. That is nothing but, according to mode, it is modal class. That is in that 3 to 5, which is lowest number, that is L. Substitute the values. That's it. What is the value of L? That is 3 plus F1 8 minus F0 7 by 2 into F1 8 minus F0 7 minus F2 is nothing but 2. Done. Into H. Into the value of H is 2. Just calculate. It's so simple. It carries 3 marks, children. It carries 3 marks. Okay. So 3 plus 8 minus 7 is 1 by 8 to the 16 minus minus 7 minus 2 minus 7 and minus 2. Minus 7 minus 2 is minus 9 into 2. Done. Now 3 plus 2 ones are 2 by 16 minus 9. It's nothing but 7. It is 7. So can we do like this? 2 divided by 7. So point, take 1 0. 7 2 is 14. Correct? No. Remainder is 6. Already we have taken point. So if you want, you can take one more digit also. It becomes 60. Correct? Because already we have taken the point. That is the reason. It becomes 60. 7 7 8 is 63. 7 7 is 49. 7 8 is 56. 7 8 is 56. The numbers will goes on continued. So what you can do is, if you want after a point, you can stop to 1 digit or 2 digits, your wish. So 3 plus 0.28. So 3 plus 0.28 or 3 plus 0.2 is also well and good. Here nothing here means 0 0. So add these numbers, it becomes 3.28. So this is known as mode. You can put working column and you can do working whatever you want in the right hand side. Did you understood how to find mode? Is this clear? Very good. Hi students, you can try this problem. This question number 1. The following data gives the information in the observed lifetimes in hours of 225 electrical components. So you just forget about this kind of information. Just you see what is the class interval and what is frequency. He has given in terms of lifetime. Okay, that's nothing but class interval, and this is frequency. And what is asking us to find, that is determine the modal lifetimes of the component. Modal means mode. This is what you need to identify. So here we have to find mode. Done. Now after this we can see there is one more problem. Same thing, headlines is something, it's there. Okay, just we come to the main matter, that is wages and number of workers. 0 to 10, 10 to 20 till 50 we have, and number of workers is nothing but frequency. He is asking modal wages. It's nothing but again he is asking us to calculate mode. Now we can see there is one more problem, that is question number 3. Given that the mode of the following distribution is 52, is given mode. Can you see this? Here given mode. Already he has given mode. Find the value of P. Find the value of P. He has given class interval 10 to 25, 25 to 40, 40 to 55, 55 to 70, 70 to 85, 85 to 100, and frequencies are 2, 3, P, 6, 6, 6. Okay. Let me solve this problem. This question number 3 solution. Question number 3 solution. First, what we should do? First, what we should do, children? Tell me soon. We have to write formula. Good. To find mode, we have the formula L plus F1 minus F0 by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2, okay, into H. This is what actually we have the formula. Done? Now, question starts here. What is this question? 2, 3, P, 6, 6, 6. In this we have to identify the highest number. Maybe P only is highest, who knows it, right? In this you can see 2, 3, P, 6, 6, 6. Who is highest? We doesn't know. So what will you do? What will you do to find which is F1? Yes, tell me children, what will you do? So here he has given mode as 52, right? What is the mode value he has given? Mode value 52 he has given. So we doesn't know who is highest, right? So we cannot take 6 as highest because here all 3 also 6, 6, 6, 6, right? So which 6 will you consider? Again there is a tie because apart from 6 there is no any other number we have. So what we do here, we take F1 as P itself. What we do? We take F1 as P and this is F0 and this is F2. Okay, shall we write here? What is F1? F1 is P, F0 is 3, F2 is 6, and then what is modal class? So modal class is 40 to 55, in which L is 40 and H 25 minus 10, how much? 40 minus 25, how much? How much 25 minus 10? It's nothing but 15. 25 minus 10 is nothing but 15. That is the value of H. Is this clear? Okay. Now what we should do? Substitute the values. This is the data, correct? Now just what we do? We substitute the values. So what is L? What is mode? Mode is 52, L is 40, plus P, F1 is P, F0 is 3, 2 into F1 is P minus F0 3 minus F2 6, okay, into H is 15. Now 52 is equals to 40. We do one thing, this plus 40 take to the left hand side, it becomes minus 40 is equals to, what is left out now? P minus 3 by 2P minus 9, minus 3 minus 6 is minus 9 into 15, into 15. Now 52 minus 40 is how much? 12. It is 12 is equals to P minus 3, that's nothing but 15 into P minus 3 is 15 into P minus 3 by 2P minus 9, 2P minus 9. Okay, after this what we can do, we can again cross multiply. 12 into 2P minus 9 is equals to 15 into P minus 3. 12 2 is a 24P minus 12 into 9 is 108 is equals to 15 into P, 15P minus 15 3 is a 45. Now we take P terms one side, constant terms other side, that's nothing but 24P minus 15P is equals to 108 minus 45. 24P minus 15P is how much? 24P minus 15P is nothing but 9P is equals to 63. Then P is equals to 63 by 9. 63 by 9. Therefore, the value of P is 7. So, this is how we need to find the value of P by using mode. I hope you all have understood this problem, and this is the end of the topic mode. Next we solve the next topic. Hi students, now let me continue the topic median. Here, please observe here carefully. Yes. So median formula is what? L plus n by 2 minus cumulative frequency by frequency into h. I'll show you the easiest and shortcut method how to solve the problems related to median. Children's, one thing, in median we have two types, that is less than type and more than type. Sir, for less than and more than, is there any two different formulas? No, we have only one formula. Formula is same, but only the table differs. Remember this, formula remains same, only the table differs. Be careful. Got it? Good. Now, observe here. To find median, let us start solving one problem. Yes, children, we can observe here in this problem, he is asking calculate the median for the following frequency distribution table. Calculate the median for the following frequency distribution table, and he has given the class interval and frequency. We can observe here class interval is 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 80 to 100, 100 to 120 and 120 to 140, and frequencies are 6, 8, 10, 12, 6, 5, 3. It's done? Good. Now what we do here is simple. It's very easy, median. I'll solve here itself, but solution you have to solve below to the table. Anyhow, you will get the question paper, no need to worry. So first what we do here, I'll solve by using less than type. I'll solve by using less than type method. Even same procedure you have to apply, to construct the table, for ogive curve, okay. See here, first we write midpoints. So what is the midpoint of x? Just a minute. So midpoint 0 to 10, 0 to 20 is 10, 20 to 40 is, what is the midpoint? 30, and next 50, next 60, and then 10, 20 to 40 is 30, 40 to 50 is 60 is 50, 60 to 80 is 70. Done. Children, you do one thing, because we have to take even these values also. Better you write once again class interval and frequency in this problem, especially in this problem. I'll tell you why. Okay. See here. Once again, shall we write class interval and frequency? Yes, we have written class interval and frequency 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 80 to 100, 100 to 120, 120 to 140, and the frequencies are 6, 8, 10, 12, 6, 5, 3. Now what we should do is, observe you. What we have to do, first which method I am going to use? Less than type. Which method I am using? Less than type method. For less than type method, do remember we have to start from first. From where we have to start? See, different procedures are there, different teachers will teach you in different way, but this is my procedure. First what you have to do is, you have to find the cumulative frequency. Which frequency? In shortcut we write cumulative frequency. This is called as cumulative frequency. In shortcut we write as CF. Okay. For less than type, what we should do? We have to write this 6 as it is. For less than type method. Now add 6 plus 8, 14, 14 plus 10, 24, 24 plus 12, 36, 36 plus 6, 42, plus 5. See, how do you have to do the addition? I am showing you. 47, 47 plus 3, how much? 50. That's nothing but 50. Any doubts? Any doubts, children? What we did? Again, do you want me to show this steps? Observe here. First you wrote 6 as it is. Yeah. Next 6 plus 8. Add. How much? 14. Again 14 plus 10. How much? 24. 24 plus 12. 36. Again, you just go on adding those numbers so that you will get all these numbers. Understood? Is this clear? Now we write the formula. What is the formula to find mode? To find mode, median. To find median, we have the formula, that is L plus n by 2 minus cumulative frequency by frequency into H. Correct? Is this correct? This is our formula. L plus n by 2 minus cumulative frequency by frequency into H. Now here, excuse me, observe here. So first what we have to find? L. In this median, very importantly, before you find any terms which is there in the formula, first you should know the value of n by 2. First, condition number 1, you should know the value of n by 2. Second thing, you need to cross check before itself whether the table what I have constructed here, it is right or wrong. ये जो टेबल हम बनाए हैं वो सही है या गलत है, ಇದು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದೆಯಾ ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿದೆಯಾ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೇಗೆ? ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಯು. ಹೌ ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ದಿಸ್? ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್. I'll show you. Just add all f. You know that n is nothing but, what is n? N is sigma f. Means if we add all f, that is n. Correct? Yes. 6 plus 8, 14, plus 2, 16, 16 plus 6, 16 plus 6, 22 plus 0, 5. That's nothing but 50. Correct? Again we can check. 6 plus 8. How much 6 plus 8? 14. 14 plus 2, 16. 16 plus 6, 22. 22 plus 5, 27. 27 plus 3, 30. 0, 3 carry. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 1, 5. Now remember, this final answer and this answer should coincide with each other. Both should remain same. Then only our table is correct. Then only our table is correct. For less than type, we have to start from beginning. We have to start from beginning. For more than type, opposite to that. Anyways, so now what is the value of n we got? The value of n we got 50. Then what is n by 2? N by 2 is 50 by 2. That's nothing but 25. What is n by 2? It is 25. Now, see, very interesting concept begins now. Observe here. We use different color pen. Now 25. Where 25 lies in cumulative frequency? Abhi cumulative frequency jo table hai nikhe beta. Can you see this cumulative frequency table? Yes. In this where 25 lies. Now there is no 25 here, but we can ensure that 25 lies between 24 and 36. Correct? Between these two numbers, between this 24 and 36, 25 will appear. Correct? 25 कहाँ था बेटा? 24 और 36 के बीच में आता. Understood? There is no exact 25 here, but it lies between 24 and 36. Now our concept starts. First, what we should find? See in the formula L. Can you see this formula? Can you see this formula? Yes. So first, what we should find? L. अब हमारे को क्या चाहिए बेटा इसमें? We want L. Correct? If you want L, what we can do is see here. We want L. In this, who is highest? Who is highest? कभी भी याद रखो बेटा, इसमें 24 और 36 में बड़ा नंबर कौन सा है? Which is bigger number? 36. Who is bigger number? 36. From 36, just come here and see the range. See the range. Now what is the range? 60 to 80. Remember, from highest number, from highest cumulative frequency, see what is the range. That range is 60 to 80. That 60 to 80, it's nothing but 60 to 80. That is called as median class. What it is called as? Median class. Median class is how much? 60 to 80. In this, which is lowest number? That is L. That is 60 is lowest. Who is lowest? 60 is lowest. That is lower limit. That is L. From 36 we got this. Next, come to the next point. n by 2 already we have, leave that. Next what we have, cumulative frequency. To find cumulative frequency just go up 36 के ऊपर जाओ. 36 का काम हो गया, 36 से एक नंबर मिल गया तो छोड़ डालो. From 36 we got one number, so leave 36. Next go to the top number. So what is the top number? 24. From 24, what is the cumulative frequency here in 24? That is 24 itself, correct? No, above is 24. That is cumulative frequency is 24. Just about 36, what is the number? That is nothing but cumulative frequency. Next what we want, f. To want f, again you come down, because from that line we finished. From 36 we got one number, from this line 36 line we got one number, so we leave that. Again go top, cumulative frequency. We have got one number from that line, so leave that. Again come down. It's just down, up, down, down, up, down. Understood? That's nothing but frequency. So what is the frequency from 36? 12. So frequency is 12. Understood? From 36 we got L. Again next cumulative frequency from 24. Again F is 12. And what is H? We know H is nothing but subtract. 20 minus 0 is 20 only. Or 40 minus 20 is 20 itself. So we got all the values. Is this clear? We got L, we got n by 2, cumulative frequency, frequency and size of class interval. Now just what we have to do is we need to substitute. We have to substitute. So to find median, we have the formula, that is L by 2, L plus, what is L? 60 plus n by 2, 25, n by 2 minus cumulative frequency 24 by frequency 12 into H 20. Got it? Is this clear? Good. So now what we can do here, 60 plus 25 minus 24 is nothing but 1. Okay, is this terms will get cancelled? Yes, 2 6 are 12, 2 10s are 20, 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10. Correct? Is this clear? 2 6 are 12, 2 10s are 20, 2 3s are 6, 2 5s are 10. So 1 by 3 into 5. That's nothing but 60 plus 1 5s are 5 by 3. Separately, just put one working column here. That is 5 is here. What all the data I did, you can put working column and you can do over there. Okay, 5 divided by 3. 3 ones are 3. 5 minus 3 is 2.0. 3 6 are 18. That is 2. Already we have kept a point, so 0. Again 3 6 are 18. It goes on continued, same numbers, right? So what you can do, 60 plus 1.66. That's nothing but 61.66 is the median. I hope you have understood how to find median. So the value of median is 61.66. I hope you all have understood how to calculate. I hope you have understood how to calculate. Yeah, next question, calculate the median for the following data by using more than type method. Sometimes if they mention like this itself, so what will you do? Let's see how to solve this type of problem. Okay, so here it's been given class interval, right? So let me copy down the values. So first we write class interval. What is the values of class interval? 65 to 85, then 85 to 105, 105 to 125, 125 to 145, then 145 to 165, 165 to 185, and then 185 to 205. So these all are class intervals, right? Yeah. And next is frequency. The values of frequencies are 4, and then 5, 13, 20, 14, 8, and then 4. So these all are frequencies. Now which method we have to use? More than type method. That is cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency we need to find. Done? Good. Now to find cumulative frequency, what we have to do, it is which method? It is more than type method. It's nothing but more than type method. Since it is more than type method, so we have to start from last. If it is less than, start from beginning. More than, start from last. So write 4 as it is. Next, see 4 we have written as it is. 4 plus 8, how much? 4 plus 8, 12. Write 12 here. Again 12 plus 14, that is 26. Write 26 here. 26 plus 20, that is 46. Write 46 here. 46 plus 13, that is 59. Write 59 here. 59 plus 5, that is 64. Write 64 here. 64 plus 4 is how much? 68. Somewhere maybe our answer is wrong. We doesn't know. Let me check. We are getting anyhow 68. If our answer is, our calculation is wrong also, we'll get to know here itself, children. Do not worry. Add all f. 4 plus 5, 9. 9 plus 3, 9 plus 3, 12. 12 plus 4, 16. 16 plus 8, 24. 24 plus 4, 28. 8 to carry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 68. Yes, it is correct. Done. So make sure that this answer and this top answer, the total final answer should be correct. Okay, these both are matching. Yes, it is matching. Hence our answer is right. Now, let me write the formula. So what is the formula, children, to find median? So median is equals to L plus n by 2 minus cumulative frequency by frequency into H. So this is the formula, correct? Now I want to find L, n by 2, CF, F, H. For these all things, what we have to find first? We want to find the value of n. So n is sigma f, that's nothing but 68. But we want n by 2. N by 2 is 68 by 2. That is 2 3s are 2 4s are. That answer is 34. So first we have to find median class. What we need to find? Median class. If you want to find median class, I'll just erase this part. Okay, I'll write data here. So what are the values we need? N by 2. N by 2 is 34. We got it. So median class is where 34 is lying in cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency में 34 किधर पे आ रहा है? Where it is going to come? Let me check. That is what we need to check first, right? 34 where it comes? 34 lies between 26 and 46. Where it lies? It lies between 26 and 46. Done? It lies between which number? 26 and 46. Now what we should do? Very simple. What we have to do is, in this which is bigger number. Again same procedure. Which is bigger? 46 is bigger, right? 46 is bigger. It means from 46, just a minute, be careful. You understood the table, no? Till this table, it is common for ogive curve. Even for ogive curve also this table is same. For more than type, take this table, plot the values. Less than type, make the table as how I have shown, plot the values. Understood? Okay. So median class is bigger number, 46. In 46, what is the class interval? That is, understood? Are you getting, children? That is 125 to 145. It is 125 to 145. So what is the value of L? So L is 125. So we got the value of L. So L is 125. That is the value of L. After L, n by 2 leave it. Okay, L we have done. Next, cumulative frequency. So what we should do? Go next step. That is 26. Cumulative frequency is 26 because from 46 we got one number. So cumulative frequency is 26. And next for frequency, again go top. Again to go top till 46. So what is the value is there? That is 20. So frequency is 20. And the H is step of the class interval, size of the class interval is 85 minus 65 is 20. It is also 20. Now just what we have to do is substitute in the formula, right? we have to substitute that into the formula. So therefore median is equals to L. What is L? 125 plus n by 2. N by 2 is how much? That is 34. Okay. Minus cumulative frequency is 26 by frequency is 20 into H. H is 20. H is 20. Okay. Now just substitute these values. That's nothing but 125 plus 34 minus 26. 34 minus 26 is how much? It is 8. Now we can see that this 20 get cancels. Both the 20s will get cancelled. So 125 plus 8. 125 plus 8. That's nothing but 60. It's 8 plus 5, 13. 3, 1. Yeah, it is 133. So what is the value of median we got? 133. So this is the value. This is a way we have to find the median. I hope you all have understood this problem, how to solve median. Once again, let me to cross check the values of L. So L is 125 plus n by 2 34 minus cumulative frequency is 26 and frequency is 20 and H is 20. Yes, it's correct. So I hope you all have understood how to solve the problem based on median. And children, the problem what we have solved, this is by using more than type method. Let it be less than type or more than type, only table differs but the calculation part remains same. Do not worry. But by using more than type like condition, it's very rare they will ask you if they ask you in formula. But in Ogive curve they can ask you, draw the Ogive curve for less than type or more than type. Okay, their chances are there, more than type they can ask. But by using algebraic method, it is very less chances are there. Okay, but table you have understood, right? This is very important. Is this clear? Good. Yes, children, you can try this problem, that is calculate the median for the following data: 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 80, 80 to 100, 100 to 120. Frequencies are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And next question number 2, we can see here, calculate the median for the following data. You can see class intervals are 1500 to 2000 till 4500 to 5000 and the frequencies are 14, 50, 60, 86, 74, 62 and 48. And you can try as much as possible the numericals based on this topic. So this is the end of the chapter statistics. Okay, so you will be getting the video for Ogive curve separate. I hope you all knows the Ogive curve, how to construct it. The basic structure remains same, only you have to plot these values in the curve. Okay, wish you all the best of luck, do well. So we have covered almost all the various types of problems related to statistics, mean, median and mode. Is this clear? And one more thing I just like to tell you, that is empirical formula. So this formula is very important. You need to remember this. That is known as empirical formula. This is also called as empirical relationship between the three measures of central tendencies. Okay. So empirical formula, empirical relationship between three measures of central tendency, that is 3 median is equals to 1 mode plus 2 mean. So you should remember this relationship. Even from this relationship also they can ask you any 1 mark question. They may give median and mode and they may ask you to find mean, or mean and mode they will ask you to find median, vice versa. So okay, so this relationship you need to remember. I hope you all have understood the chapter statistics. Wish you all the best of luck. Okay, if you have liked this video, don't forget to comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. Wish you all the best of luck. Do well.